So for the people that do this a little bit more recreationally, right? It's
Right.
not about going competing, like whether it's for lifestyle issue or like whatever, like for very legitimate
Hmm.
reasons.
Hmm.
Um, do you think that they should be like? Do you think they need to be keeping this kind of mindset in mind when they train? Do you think, how do I say, like, do you think they need to be training that hard, or is it more like, can you get the same benefits? Where should your mindset be to get the most benefit out of jiu-jitsu in this regards?
Well, obviously, it it comes down to, hmm, it is a great question. Anybody can compete, whether you're training hard or not,
Mm-hmm.
whether, you're in the competition class or not, you can compete. I would, of course, only encourage you for you to compete locally. I would not encourage you to go compete internationally. You're going to get destroyed. So if you want to compete locally, yeah, that's fine. I always say, man, if there's two things, man, two things, time and money. If you have the time and you have the money, compete. It doesn't matter, like I said, win or lose. Doesn't matter. It's good experience. I think everybody at some point or another should compete. If you're doing jiu-jitsu, you have to compete. If it's not often, that's okay. If it's once or twice a year, that's okay. But just keep in mind that once or twice a year may not get you the results that you want. But if you're okay with that, if you're just happy competing, challenging yourself, getting out there, if you have the time and the money, do it regardless of the outcome. If you get your butt kicked in the first round every time, who cares, right? Just challenge yourself. It's a challenge to see if you can get better, to see if you get a better result next time. And that's okay. Like you can be a recreational competitor. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Just understand that results may not be what you think, what you want. The more time, effort, and energy you spend, like I said, if you're in good shape, you train often, and you compete often, you're going to get on the podium. You're going to get on the podium. At some point or another, you're going to get on that podium. But if you're competing twice a year, okay, what do I say? If you're going to compete, two or three times a year, focus, prepare, schedule it on your fridge or whatever, that 4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks before that tournament, you dedicate yourself to preparing for that tournament. If you want to get a good result, if you want to give yourself some chance to win a few matches, and potentially get on the podium. Who knows? You might be, talented enough and pull it off, right? Uh, if you're hardworking and you have a strong mind, you can pull it off. But you
I
need to
agree with a certain
invest. You
sense of
need to
that.
invest,
Yeah.
you know, 4 or 5 weeks before that specific tournament where you're in the competition class, you're training 3 or 4 times a week or more, you're working on your cardio and your conditioning, your strength and conditioning, if you want to get that result, like a good result. So you
I've
can
talked to a lot
do
of
that.
guys in the gym about this. Like there seems to be a misconception where they think that it's like I need to burn the ships. I need to go like train 6 times a week, twice a day, every day in order to have a proper performance. And you can do that, and you'll probably increase your chances. But I think the
Yes.
misconception there is like you can do still commit 5 weeks or 4 weeks, but just like train 3 times a week really hard, right? And sure, the chance of getting first on the podium is still there, but maybe not as much. But you're probably still
You
going to
can
get really
still
solid results.
you can still have a good performance, but it's all about focusing. You can't be just like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
train here and there, train here and there. Oh, there's a tournament this weekend. I'm going to sign up for it. No, man,
Deliberate
like you
practice.
can't do that. You have to schedule it. I was like, you know what? I can't afford to do every tournament. I don't have the time. So I'm like, okay, look at the schedule. Because, man, the tournament schedule's up way ahead of time, right? So look at it. I want to do this tournament and this tournament this year. Okay, make sure that the 5 weeks before you talk to your girlfriend, you talk to your wife, you talk to your boss, and you say, hey, I'm getting ready for this. So I need a little bit more time to prepare. And then you focus on it and you prepare for it, and then you can get your best result that way.